Hello everyone, Ryan here with Product Impressions, and today we're taking a look at something that might change the whole backdrop that you see in every video, because I have a new 27-inch monitor from Acer. We're gonna set this up, attach it to the monitor stand back here, and see what we think. Alright, the information that is actually on the box, let me see if I can zoom in on it. We can see it is a fully HD monitor at 920 by 1080, AMD Radeon FreeSync. This is some new tech that they put in to make sure that things process faster with the AMD graphics cards, graphics processors in computers. Unfortunately, I don't think that mine has that, but I will double check. Zero frame, comfy view, I have no idea what those are, but we'll find out. A blue light filter, which is always nice for using a computer later on in the evening, and flickerless. So I'm guessing that has something to do with flickers that you might see on, films, or I don't know. We'll figure that out. Let's zoom back out and see what is actually in this thing. I did cut the tape already. There's everything. Sorry about my arm there. So right in the back of the packaging, we can see we've got the stand, power cables, the other little power brick, and looks like that is the second piece to the stand. I guess that was in the front of the box. It also comes with, this appears to be a traditional DVI video connector, and standard power plug. Circular, semi-circular base. Looks like it is going to be, oval to be technical. Looks like it's going to be a glossy black finish. That's not really going to matter to me, since I'm going to put it on a stand if I can. Alright, that is the front of it, and let's see. Okay, so I'm just looking at it. If I can get the light right, it looks like the bezels are only about 1/4 of an inch or so, which is not bad at all for a monitor. Okay, connections. We've got power, HDMI, DVI serial port, and standard VGA. I can't remember if I said DVI or VGA, but I'm pretty sure the cable that came with this is actually a VGA. Looks like there are the actual controls, or the physical controls, I should say. I don't see any labels across the front though, so we'll figure those out. Alright, so that's what's in the box. Let's see how it is set up. Alright, I've been using this Acer monitor for the better part of a week, and figured I might as well give you my thoughts on it. I started off earlier in the video kind of running through the different features that they have listed out on the box, so we're just going to go ahead and go through all of those. Full HD display, absolutely it is. Same resolution as any other monitor that I have set up. The AMD Radeon FreeSync. Unfortunately, the graphics card on my little yoga computer is not an AMD, so I can't really test that out to see how it works. I can tell you that in digging through the menus on the monitor, there are a wide variety of different levels of assistance that you can have the monitor provide. So I would be curious what other people think if they actually do have an AMD graphics card. Unfortunately, I don't, so I can't really comment there. They say zero frame,
there's still a bezel around it. It's only about 1/4 of an inch, so that's actually better than any other monitor that I've tried recently. Every one that I get seems to be a little bit better. In my setup, I shifted away from this Samsung monitor, which you can see is a pretty heavy bezel on there. My next monitor was this HP. The bezel on this one is a little bit more than 1/4 of an inch, so it is a slight improvement. It seems like every generation of monitors, things get a little bit better. So it is nice to have, when you've got multiple monitors set up next to each other, to have as little of a black bar in there as possible. So right now, 1/4 of an inch, a little more than 1/4 of an inch. Not too bad. All right, comfy view. I don't really know exactly what they mean by that, but I can say that it is a very easy monitor to look at. You don't really see the lines for the pixels at all, so perhaps that's what they're getting at. I actually see more pixelation in this HP monitor, which is 23 inches, than I do on the Acer, which is 27. That's really surprising considering that they are the same price. So you would expect that the pixels would be a little bit more obvious on the Acer. Turns out they're not, so perhaps that's what they're going with. Blue light filter. I have no idea why this is listed on here. I don't really see any difference in the color as far as, you know, the Acer versus the HP. I didn't find any setting in the monitor at all that would indicate that it's a blue light filtering monitor. It looks like you still have to just go with, I think one of the main ones is called Flux, that will automatically take blue light out of your screen and whatever monitors you're using based on running it from the computer. So I have no idea why they have blue light filter on there. The colors look the same to me. I don't see where any blue light is getting filtered out at all. Same with flickerless. I mean, I don't notice it flickering, but I haven't noticed any monitor flickering for, you know, a decade. So I don't see where that's really any advancement either. The main thing that I can say is it does have narrower bezels. You aren't really seeing a whole lot of pixels unless you get close to it. And I must say, you know, having a larger monitor, you generally want to be further back away from it. Now, I'm not sure what you've been able to see in the video thus far, but I can tell right there, you can see that bright orange light down there. That is something to consider if you plan on having this in a bedroom or something like that where you are sleeping. That light is a lot brighter than I have seen on other monitors, so it might actually interfere with your sleep. I wouldn't recommend putting this into your bedroom unless you're going to have something to cover it. Right now I've got my computer actually tucked behind there, but you could put it in front of there. When the monitor's turned on, it turns blue. It's still just as bright. So that is a minor annoyance, but something that you get used to. All in all, I would say that this is a very nice monitor. If you don't have an AMD processor, you could, or AMD graphics card, sorry, you probably can get away with a slightly cheaper version of this same monitor that just doesn't have that graphics boost. But if I get a computer in the future that does have a compatible graphics card, I'll be interested to see if it actually makes any difference, which monitor a game is running on. That would be very interesting. In any case, if you have any questions about this, leave them in the comments down below. I'll do my best to answer whenever I can get around to it. Otherwise, like, share, subscribe. Thank you very much.